So a common question I've been asked, why shouldn't I just use AI rather than you as an attorney? AI is amazing in terms of what it can do. And the future of AI is amazing, no doubt. If you're just learning about a new topic, AI is a great place to go to understand the questions you should ask when you talk to a professional, to understand the framework of what it is that you're looking at, and to try to get an idea of just the very basics. And then AI can guide you through and learn at the higher levels after you learn at the most basic levels. So AI is extremely valuable. I don't believe AI will ever take the place of a lawyer, an experienced lawyer especially. AI can do things that entry-level lawyers tend to do well at, and draft documents and do research and things like that. But even those always have to be checked by a human being. AI is known to hallucinate, whether it be citation to cases or whether it be, what a statute says and how that applies to a document that's being drafted. So it's always going to take an experienced, discerning attorney to review the product of AI. But AI is an incredibly powerful tool, both for clients and for attorneys. And I think we're only going to see more and more of it over the years. But AI will never replace lawyers, particularly lawyers that practice in court. Unless our constitution changes and there's some sort of robot, AI robot that's very, very good and very persuasive and can go in and change the mind of jurors, and that's actually allowed. If that were the case, there's still the question of the missing human element and persuasion and making a case. So much of that is determined by the human element and the human spirit. And ultimately, at the end of the day, the decision makers in any legal case, in a litigation, for example, are a judge and a jury, and a jury of 12 people or 6 people if you're in federal court. And those are the people that need to be persuaded. Human beings can learn a lot from AI, but for the most part, when it comes to real persuasion and persuasion that actually determines the result of a case, then it really takes the human element. It takes human credibility. And that's often what I think makes the difference, uh, even between lawyers, is the lawyers that have the most credibility are the ones that can win for their clients and have the greatest likelihood of winning for their clients. And experienced lawyers know that. It's not always the most informed lawyer or the most prepared lawyer, although those things are very important. It's the most credible lawyer who's being real with a judge and who's being real with a jury that will ultimately persuade those decision makers.